been happening forever. And how do you know that it was billionaire Democrat influence that was involved? Well, it's simple. It's because Bernie Sanders isn't the president right now. Yeah, that's the proof.
This is a model that's actually familiar across the world. It's pioneered and perfected by strongmen like Viktor Orban in Hungary and Recep Erdogan in Turkey, and of course, Vladimir Putin in Russia. All of these rulers have their little crew of corporate and industrial titans who often hold no official government titles, but do the work of the regime in ways large and small, legitimate and otherwise, in return for their access and special privileges, including squeezing the state coffers to line their own pockets. As The Atlantic's Franklin Foer puts it, the regime does the bidding of the billionaires.
This is one of the tricks that media does, is they write articles that are inaccurate or problematic, and then they cross-reference each other to create the semblance of authenticity or authority. So like they use each other for references, and they're like, well, he said it, and then I'm referencing back to this article that was written here. But the fact is that it's bullshit in a lot of cases. Like I think like Black Myth Wukong, like the example like that before is just like it. I'm not saying that this is like exactly what it is. The regime does building of billionaires, and in turn the billionaires do the bidding of the regime. Sure, of course this happens. Yeah, definitely. Right? The unique danger of a Trumpist oligarchy, complete bullshit. Absolute complete bullshit. Do you really think all of the other billionaires are giving do you think that they gave all the other candidates money because they like them? And this is the thing, right? It's like a misrepresentation that's then referred back to as an authority.
Turn the billionaires do the bidding of the regime.
Yeah.
Power grows ever more concentrated as the owners and the corrupt leaders conspire to protect their mutual hold on it. In short order, this arrangement has the potential to deliver a double blow to the American system. It can undermine capitalism and erode democracy all at once.
Eroding democracy is when you lose the vote.
And you may say, and you would be right, that corporate titans have always had a lot of political power, certainly for the little guy in America. But really, this is completely different from anything we've seen before.
How? I'm sorry, but like, how? What about super PACs and all of these other things? This has been going on forever.
Just look at Elon Musk.
I'm not just MAGA. I'm dark, gothic MAGA. America's just not just going to be great. America is going to reach heights that it has never seen before. The future is going to be amazing. Massive, crushing victory. Get everyone, friends, family, people on the street. Put the signs up, put the hat on. Let's go.
The wildly charismatic billionaire rocket and electric car magnate.
What a shit talker, man. Oh my God. What a shit talker.
And $130 million of his own wealth to get Trump elected. Yeah. That alone is unheard of. I mean, as far as we have records of, no one's ever done that before.
Didn't the Kamala Harris super PAC have like $17 billion or something like that? I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, and this is the problem. Like, yeah, like look at George Soros, other people like this. Like, what are we talking about? We're like, the problem is that anybody can see that the government is bought and paid for. It's obvious. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows the government's rigged. But you're not going to gaslight people into thinking this is oh, wow, now it's rigged. It's been rigged, and you were defending it. But now you're not because it's not rigged in your favor. That's it. Harris got like 3 times the money Trump did? Yeah, exactly. It's pay to win. Yeah.
Musk also bought Twitter for $44 billion and drove its value into the ground. I mean, essentially setting half that money on fire, like $22 billion worth of value.
I love how the quote of Elon Musk is such a stupid asshole. He bought Twitter for $44 billion, and now he only controls all 3 branches of government. Yeah, it's crazy how, you know, he used this as a weapon to effectively change the outcome of an election. It is the most powerful media tool probably in the world right now. And somehow the way that you're grading its viability is about how much somebody would buy it for. It's just like such a one-dimensional way of thinking.
In order to turn the social media platform into a right-wing propaganda machine to get Donald Trump elected.
It's again, like from anybody on social media, like I'm not going to look at what Elon Musk did with Twitter. Also, Twitter is not a right-wing propaganda machine. There are tons of people that are left-wing that are posting on Twitter, and they can post basically whatever they want. The fact is that Twitter is an open space for people to have opinions. That's it. It is? No, it's not. What happens if you follow a bunch of left-wing people? Well, then you're going to get their opinions instead. That's what happens. It's not like when Elon Musk took over, he went and banned Bernie Sanders. That's not how it works. I see far left opinions all the time. So do I, constantly.
And it kind of worked.
Mm-hmm.
And not just to get Trump elected, but to make the world's richest man even richer.
Tesla among this week's biggest gainers on the S&P, up nearly 20%, fueled, of course, by the president-elect's victory. That surge resulting in a windfall for Elon Musk, who now has a net worth of $290 billion.
I mean, you see, right? You don't have to be like super sophisticated to see how like wildly corrupt this could be. Trump isn't even president.
I do. I think it could be corrupt. It absolutely could be. I think in some cases it is. But the problem is that you're not going to get any sympathy from people when this has been something that's been going on forever. Citizens United was codified into law before Trump was even around. So what are we talking about? How Elon Musk is some kind of like unique danger? It's outrageous. Yeah, you lost the game, bro. Like, yeah, you lost the game. That's it.
Hasn't yet, but the mere fact he will be has investors flocking to invest in Elon Musk companies because Musk is close to the press. They know. In fact, they probably saw the Trump family photo from Mar-a-Lago celebrating the day after the election, a family photo that interestingly doesn't include Melania Trump, who I think is Donald Trump's wife the last time I checked. But there's Elon Musk. He gets the friends and family discount now. And while he's sitting on
I don't get it. So like now this is some kind of, because the media is attacking him because they're losing power to Twitter. It is. Twitter is a direct threat to establishment media because it's a bigger platform than any establishment media. It's worldwide and it's effectively completely open. So the ability that, I've always thought that media has actually always been corrupt. It's just that we didn't know it until we got the internet and we could really see what happens behind the curtain. I think media has always been extremely corrupt. It's just that now we have the tools to perceive it. Mainstream media is dying. Yes, it is dying, and Twitter is pulling the plug. That's what I'm saying. Twitter is the main place that people get information. Bigger than any of them combined? Yeah, exactly. So this is the reason why they're against Twitter and why they're trying to make advertisers leave Twitter. It's because they want to maintain their position in the media economy. And Twitter is threatening that position in a direct way. Corrupt or biased? Why not both?
Billions of dollars of government contracts to the point where the U.S. space program has become largely dependent on him. Now he's going to be something approaching a kind of co-president.
A co-president. Wow. Who thought that? Oh, I guess. Yeah, they just invented that. Advertisers are leaving on their own because it's a cesspool. I don't think that's true. I think that media and advertisers create an expectation, and also advertisers probably don't want to have Twitter owned by Elon Musk either. And so what happens is that advertisers, by withholding funding and not putting funding out there, what they do is they create soft speech requirements where it's like, well, you can't have these opinions, you can't say these things, you can't even allow other people to say these things, because if you do, we're going to take away the money we give you, and we're going to use this as leverage to get you to compel speech. Like, that's basically what happens. And I know that there are some people that are happy about this and they're like, oh, that's good. It's not good. It's not good when Elon Musk does it. It's not good when they do it either. I don't want to have some multi-billion-dollar company that has a fiduciary responsibility to make as much profit as possible, trying to be the arbiter of what can and can't be said. That's insane. Of course not.
Why are we not talking about how fucking sick a 40-hour work week is? I'm so sorry. So you're telling me
Sorry.
that I have to wake up at the fucking butt crack of dawn every single day, go and work somewhere that has fluorescent lighting, is
I mean, that's not what I would have complained about, but okay.
cold and uncomfortable for the entirety of the day, and do that 5 times a week? No, like, that's fucking sick.
5 times?
Like, you guys are mentally ill. Like, please get diagnosed.
Nobody wants to work anymore. Jeez, nobody wants to work anymore. And what about it?
What the fuck about it? No, we don't.
Get a job!
I hate her tone, but I'm gonna try to sympathize. I think Gen Z is dealing with the same.
No, I felt the same exact way whenever I was young. I said, why the fuck do I want to get a job? You know how much time that's going to take away from my life? Like, I got to spend hours at this fucking... I don't want to do this shit. Like, bro, I'm trying to chill with the boys. Like, what am I doing with my life?
Problems that millennials had to face, and that's realizing that you ain't special. With the rise of media in the 90s and the rise of social media in the 2000s, people were told that they could do whatever they put their mind to, and that's not true. The truth of the matter is most people hate their jobs. Nobody's passionate about folding pants at the Banana Republic.
That's
and some
probably
people
true.
don't realize technically you don't have to work. You can go harvest your own crops and build your own cabin in the woods, but since you want an iPhone and the cute apartment with the nice lighting, then you got to pay somebody because somebody had to work to build that.
That's
but
right.
to be fair and to sympathize with her a little bit more, inflation does kind of ruin it for everybody because not only does it make everything more unaffordable for Gen Z, but it also takes away from the work that you've already put in to earn the money that you've been saving because now that money is worth less than it was before. But she does make it hard to sympathize because I know what that is, that little fake TikTok I'm about to whine voice. It's very easy to hate.
It's annoying.
Stay in the life as a 23-year-old product manager at Meta.
That to-do list is just egregious.
Work out and vibe.
It says workout, vibe.
Yeah, see, those are the people that, you know, it's like whenever Twitter did those layoffs, I've got a feeling that she probably would have been in that 80%, you know? Yeah.
You can't make this shit up!
Always journal in the morning. I then do a quick workout routine. I get dressed. I try to look cute every day. Got some food at the office. I make a coffee every single morning. I did some work on the roof. Worked until lunch and then ate up there. Here's me being cute.
As of May 2024, the average salary for a product manager at Meta in the United States was $186.
If she's 23 and she got that job, I think that, you know, I got an idea where her mom or dad works. You know, like I gotta just a guess.
$1,000 per lap around the sun. That's just rage bait at this point.
How do you
See, that's the one shit that people don't really keep in mind is the fact that the people who are in this situation, like the biggest advantage and privilege that people that grow up wealthy have is networking and access to opportunities like that. So it's not that like the parents can send them to a good school. It's the fact that the parents know the person who works at a company because they used to work there and get them a job like that, right? It's about who you know. It is. It definitely is about who you know. Now, it's not all about that. There's people like Hunter Biden. This dude's, his dad's the president. He's still a crackhead, right? He's still a crackhead. So it's like, despite everything going in his favor, he's still a crackhead. So it's not like it's a guarantee, but it makes it easier, man. It definitely makes it easier.
How do you do that?
I know Mark Zuckerberg seen this video and he was pissed.
Yeah, because mom died, bro. No, I understand the dude's got a bad life in a lot of cases. Like, yeah, 100%, right? But Everybody's got problems that they have, and, you know, you gonna be a crackhead, that's bad. I hope Hunter Biden runs for president and he runs, like, crackdown on crime, you know, like, you know, a logo like that. Like, honestly, like, I hope he does that. That'd be fucking funny. Yeah, good spawn point. Yeah, bro, like, he spawned like crazy. The parents are the problem? Yeah, I mean, I don't think the parents are the problem in a lot of cases, but it's definitely a factor. It can be.
Way to get rid of her ass.
You're fired!
Yeah, she gone.
In 2023, Meta fired about 15,000 people, and this year they plan on firing another 10,000 people.
Yeah.
She gotta be on that list.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, y'all, and I know this might seem pessimistic, but I think the companies are just waiting to replace us with AI. At this point, they're
that's not pessimistic. That's smart. Of course that's the case. Of course that's what's happening. It's not even a question. Why would you want to have some girl like this that shows up and it's like makes, you know, working at the company lifestyle? And also, like, we gotta also, like, keep it from, like, another perspective. She could be amazing at her job. She could be, like, insanely amazing and super competent at her job, and the reason why they let her fuck around is because she's that good at it. Because you can see this sometimes in, like, software engineering companies where everybody's wearing a suit and they're all, like, in their 20s, and there's one guy in the back who's 47 and he's wearing, like, pajama pants and a Thor t-shirt, and it looks like he hasn't showered in a week, and he's getting paid more than probably all of them put together. Yeah, because he's the only one who knows how to use the ancient system and, you know, make sure that it works with the new system and ensure a transition to the new system. So, yeah, exactly. Dr. House, yes. So there are instances of people that are clowns that are actually just so insanely good at their job that, you know, the company's like, oh, well, you know, we can be a circus for somebody, right? Definitely. Yeah, ABC always be cheating. Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, like, that's what I did at the IRS. I thought that mindset, too. I was like, well, listen, like, I'm kind of an idiot and I do things wrong, but I'm going to work as hard as I can so they don't want to get rid of me. Like, that's it, because I knew I would fuck up. Like, I planned to fuck up. I planned to be an idiot. I planned to get in trouble because I knew that shit would happen even if I tried not to, because it's me. That's just what's going to happen.
Buying time until they can get rid of us.
Yeah.
And the craziest part is, I remember when blue-collar workers were complaining about their jobs being replaced by AI, and nobody cared. But the moment those white-collar jobs were getting replaced by AI, people started to talk about it.
Yeah, exactly, because a lot of plumbers don't have Twitter, but a lot of social media managers do. So it's like people in the entertainment industry, big surprise that, you know, accounts and websites that are built around the entertainment industry, they're the ones that are creating the narrative. I think that he's totally fucking right about this. And this isn't some sort of like new revelation, like, oh my God, wow, I can't believe this new thing is happening. Absolutely not. This has been going on for years. It's been going on for 100 years. Like, we used to have assembly lines, now we don't. We used to have, you know, people that like connect calls, now we don't. We used to have people that put coal into a train, now we don't. We used to have people that took care of horses, now they're mechanics for cars. So yes. Now we have food stamp lines? Well, I mean, some people, we had that then too. How will you replace a plumber with a robot? It will be very hard to. I think that if you want to have like an abstract answer, in 500 years from now, I think that most homes and housing will be made with like certain types of like universal conformities. The same way as like, you know, like on almost every single machine, the power button is like, the power button is like this. I think that it will become like basically modernized, right? And like, you know, it's made into the same like type of utility. Yeah, there'll be a standard, right? Upside down. Yeah, I'm not very good visually, but modular. Yeah, it'll be modular. And so that's what I think will happen in 500 years. Now, what will happen in 50 years? Probably nothing. But yeah.
In America is because more than ever, people are just living two different realities. Compare her job to these guys.
Yeah.
never expect those two types of people to look at the world the same. Which type of person?
Well, you got to also keep in mind that, like, these guys are probably getting paid more than $186,000 a year. Like, these dudes make fucking bank. And the reason why is because this shit is fucking hard. It is insanely brutal. Right? Working on an oil rig or something like this, oh my God. Some do? Yeah, obviously some do, some don't, right? But like, yeah, this is a serious job. I think that the better comparison is like, because like these guys, at least they're getting paid like crazy, right? They're getting really great money for what they're doing. What really sucks is people that work in like fast food, people that work in like, you know, like roadside construction. Like, yeah, they're paid well, but like nothing like this. And other people that just work in like general like physical labor, but they're not really being paid a lot of money. Roughnecks make over 180K. Yeah, I bet they probably do, actually. Yeah, I bet they probably do. Yeah, oil rig is harder. Yeah, exactly. I bet they do.
Person is more likely to go, let's give the Ukraine more money.
It's not going, you know what I'm saying? Okay. It ain't going, nah, it ain't going to work.
There was a listing on Facebook for an apartment, and I've been living in my car for over a year trying to save, and they blocked me and took all my money.
Talk about how much I hate my freaking job.
Jesus Christ.
It's 11:30 p.m. and I just got home from the gym. And not to mention, I still need to cook, eat, and shower after this, so I won't even be in bed until 1 a.m. I literally work from 8:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. 5 days a week, and sometimes on the weekends too. And not to mention, I'm barely getting paid anything for the hours that I'm putting in. It's crazy to think that if my parents weren't still helping me with my rent, I would literally be living paycheck to paycheck. And that's insane, dude. That's insane.
Yep.
And I literally still have 2 more months of this busy season. I've been working 60-hour weeks, and I feel like I'm just going fucking insane because I have no time for anything else. My life lately is literally just wake up, work, eat at my desk, work again, and then gym, and then eat, and then sleep, and then repeat that over.
That's right.
For like 5 days straight. And I'm
for
going
50
insane,
years.
bro.
Yep.
And I need a change in career so bad. So if any of you can help me out, I would be super grateful. I have a business degree, and I graduated from UCI. I have President's
Well,
List.
you shouldn't have got a business degree. I have a business degree, too. I learned more from business from World of Warcraft, though. I'll tell you that. Yeah, like, let's be honest, right? Yeah, I mean, what are we doing? There's nothing unreasonable about our concerns here. Trading so much of your life to barely live isn't good. Yeah, no, I think that's the case, yeah. Use his business degree to start a business? Yeah, I mean, it's bad, man. It's bad.
It's on my transcript. Please just help me get out of this job. If you can suggest anything, or if you can get me a referral to one of the companies that you're working at, I would be extremely grateful because I have no time for anything else right now. And I just feel like I'm going crazy. So
if she needs her parents to help her pay rent, she's not ready to be alone. She needs to be at home saving her money, not spreading her
He's fucking right about this. Why are you even living by yourself if you're, you know, if like your parents aren't there, like, what are you doing that for, right? So is the guy living at home? Yeah, exactly. No, you're right. That's it. The thing is also, like, a lot of people get degrees because that's what they're supposed to do. But most people don't get degrees to get a job. Or, like, they do, but it's, like, some sort of, like, abstract connection. Like, I'm going to get a business degree, and then I'm going to be the president of a company. Like, well, there's going to be something that happens in the middle of that probably, right? Whereas, like, the people that get degrees for things that are, like, directly useful, like, and this is also, like, trade degrees as well, like, IT degrees, obviously, like, computer systems degrees, like a programming degree. Apparently, this isn't, you know, as much the case as it was 10 years ago, from what I hear, which is, you know, not a lot. But, you know, IT isn't trades. Well, I gave it as an example, right? Engineer, something like that.
Parents thin. But of course, some people rush out of the house mostly to get away from their parents' rules, and then they live in these big cities and they complain about the rent. And the truth of the matter is,
he's right about that. You played yourself. Like, you shouldn't be living there. You should be living with your parents, and figuring out your life.
never really meant for people to be able to afford to live alone. Most people throughout all of human history lived with their families in the house until they got married. That was a very unique circumstance in a very privileged country for a very small amount of time, and I think it's going back to normal. There's nothing wrong with living with your parents, especially if you're not being a bum.
You have no idea people's situations? No, I don't have anybody's idea. Like, everybody's situation is going to be different, right? And so, like, if you hear me giving advice about something or talking about something, and you feel like it's not applicable to you, then I'm probably not thinking about you. I'm not talking about, like, your specific situation. I'm talking about, like, in general, right?
You actually saving your money, but you are going to have to live with their rules.
Y'all better stop following all them rules at work. Make you a taco. Get on your phone and watch a movie or something, which I recommend.
This video of this girl balancing her budget from her job, and I think like her pay, like her salary is like $75,000. In the video, she said that she her statement for her credit card was like $2,100, and at the end of her balancing out her whole like spreadsheet, she was in negative $200 for the next 2 weeks. Let me just say this: I love that she made that video and that she woke that up, because a lot of people be wondering how people be affording all these designer things, yada yada yada. A lot of them are just simply swiping that fucking credit card.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that have credit card debt, and they started getting credit card debt in like their early 20s. It's crazy to me that you have, it's really kind of like it's like spawn camping whenever you think about it, that you have these credit card companies and these like student loan companies that are giving out these student loans and these credit cards to people that had just turned 18, and they're getting spawn killed right there after the kid doesn't even know statistics because they learned about Algebra 2 instead. So the kid doesn't know math, and he's getting farmed for a 23% interest rate, and by the time they're 25, they've got $100,000 in debt. What the fuck? And if you look at it from that perspective, right, and you see it, and like, yeah, you can say, like, it's because they're stupid, it's because they don't want to work hard, they don't understand it. Yeah, you're right. But, like, the thing is that being stupid shouldn't ruin your life that much, right? I mean, like, goddamn, like, that's too much, and it'd still be a better idea to teach kids, like, statistics, right? Damn, it's by design. I think it's by design, too. I'm going to be honest. It's a conspiracy thing to say, but I think it's true.
A lot of people are literally just living in fucking debt. Big debts. Like, when she said her ending balance was $2,000, I think her limit said like $9,000. That's not even the smallest credit card debt I've seen on people that I personally fucking know.
Yeah.
Like, so many people are not only living paycheck to paycheck, maybe they are living credit card statement to credit card statement.
Yes, because credit card company.
Yeah, because, and I bet a lot of the people, like everybody that I know that has a lot of credit card debt, almost everybody that I know, not every single person, actually, now that I think about it, is incredibly irresponsible with what they do with their money. Super, super irresponsible. And like, if I go through and I see what somebody's spending their money on, I'm like, $135 on Friday night buying 3 drinks plus the cover charge?
He spent billions of dollars in marketing campaigns to make sure 18-year-olds were $10,000 in the debt before they were old enough to have a Modelo. And the social media money gurus didn't help by telling people that debt is good. Yeah, debt is good for a small minority of people that know how to leverage it.
Debt is good for somebody who understands business and is using it to, you know, like leverage to more money for real estate or something like that. But you're not that guy. You're like a 19-year-old. Debt isn't good for you. Like, they're taking on debt to buy like real estate properties that they can sell. You're taking on debt to buy the new iPhone. These aren't the same thing.
But for most hardworking people, it's just going to get them into misery. And if you're religious, I don't think any of the major religions say anything good about debt. I know in Christianity it says that the borrower is a slave to the lender. You ain't got to compare your life to other people's, because you'd be surprised how many people are willing to pimp themselves out for a nice purse. Man, they giving out loans for vacations nowadays. It's not safe out here.
Hide the money, y'all.
You want to talk about giving out loans? You know what's really sad is that one of the guys that worked at a third-party like Riot Point reseller, like Riot Points are the things that you use to buy things for League of Legends. So like League of Legends brought out a skin in the game and it was $500. And there were thousands, or not, I don't know if there were numbers, but like apparently like 20% of people that were paying for this skin were taking out loans for it. They were buying it in installments. They didn't have the money to buy it all up front. So they're buying it, you know, $20 a week or $20 a month. Now, in my opinion, I think if you have to buy a skin on time, you have to buy it on credit, you don't buy it. Yeah, don't buy it.
I will never be able to afford a house.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. The problem is most people don't want to afford it. And it's a hard reality. There's a lot of mortgage assistance programs out there. A lot of them will cover your down payment, and most sellers are okay with paying closing costs. I bought my house 5 years ago for $130,000. Payment.
Yeah, well, I bet that she doesn't live out there. Wherever the fuck you live is not the same thing. $130,000.
On it was like $650 a month. So I understand. I bought mine a while ago, but we're in the process of buying another one as we speak. A lot of people's issue with buying a house right now is they don't know how to manage their money, and they don't know how to not spend money recklessly.
And the thing is that part of what he's saying is true. And I have seen a lot of like these financial guru interventions of people that are broke. True. And I think that what's happened is that I think people have turned being financially irresponsible into almost something that you can't criticize, because it's like, oh, well, you're just like shaming me or something like that. Or, you know, it's like kind of like politically incorrect to criticize a person or for holding a person accountable for, you know, like financial bad decisions. Yeah, it's a victim mentality. Yeah, I know. It's very, very annoying. Imagine working for Google. You're probably not getting a house for $130K nearby. Yeah, but you're probably getting more money too.
An example, going out to eat.
Yeah.
I have 4 children and a wife, so going out to eat is very expensive. It's like $60 every time we go out and eat, which is $10 a person.
That's
so
cheap.
Say we go out and eat for lunch and dinner, and we do that all week long. That's $1,000.
That's a lot.
Damn, throw some spaghetti in the pot and eat it for 2 or 3 days, man. It's not that big a deal. Food needs to quit being romanticized. It's to keep you alive. It doesn't have to be the next biggest and greatest thing every time you get something to eat. It's to keep you alive. If you hear about our grandparents that had all this nice shit that they're all griping about, you know what they...
At the end of the day, right? I mean, this dude is a young guy. He's got a wife and 4 kids. He owns a house. He's got his shit together. He does. He's got his shit together. So people can get mad about what he's saying. Does he? Yeah, I'd say pretty much. Yeah, absolutely. What are you talking about?
Every day they ate sandwiches and beans and cornbread.
Ooh.
And you don't have to have a huge, gigantic house for your first house. Quit watching TikTok and all this nice shit that everybody has, because they make a lot more money than you do.
That's true.
If you make $15 an hour, you're not going to get a $300,000 house. It's just not going to happen. The bank won't even loan you the money on it. Buy you a little starter home, do a little work to it, sell it, then you can go buy a nice house. People are bitching about not being able to afford a house, but you'll afford a $400 to $800 a month car payment. Buy you like a cheap Toyota Corolla in cash, and
he's right about this shit too. He's right. People buy nice cars. Yep, they always buy nice cars.
Drive it until it explodes, which will probably be way after these new cars. You can have anything you want, and you can afford anything you want if you put your mind to it and you manage your money.
Yep.
You will never be able to move up in life with that kind of mentality about whining and complaining that the way the world is the reason why you can't afford anything nice. People are hiring left and right. Get you a good resume, go get you a decent job. There's side hustles everywhere.
I think he's right about a lot of this. I'm going to be honest. I really do. Like, especially with, like, how much of this other stuff, it's basically just, like, him talking, like, yeah, this is what you need to do, and if you don't do it, then, you know, you can, yeah. And a lot of people, I think that they put themselves in positions that, like, they don't want to do things that aren't glamorous in their eyes, and in doing so, they handicap themselves.
Everywhere.
It's
There's
pride,
plenty of money to be made out here. Go out and make some fucking money. This girl was like, my parents bought a house back in 1995 that was $195,000 and da-da-da-da-da. I'll never be able to have something like that.
Yeah.
That was a lot of damn money back in 1995. It wasn't just like chump change. Your parents made good money back then. They probably make even better money now. Guys, it's been way worse than this back in history, and we've still came out on top. I hate to sound like a boomer because I'm not, but man, quit fucking complaining and go out and get it. You're not going to be able to see your family as much. You're not going to be able to see your kids as much, but if you want to give them a better life and make better money, go out and fucking do it. Otherwise,
that's definitively false. You're totally right. You know what you really should be doing? Is you should be making TikToks of yourself crying in your car after you buy Starbucks. That's what you need to be doing. Okay? If you want to solve problems, that's what you need to do.
Stay where you're at.
That'll solve everything.
It, and quit complaining about it.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
He's right, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but I'm sure if you look at his life, he's not by the beach. He probably doesn't live in the city with the view of the skyline. His car is probably push to start. You got to push it to start it. But it's people like him and people with his type of financial literacy that make it to a more comfortable life. Poor people
I don't think it's even financial literacy. I think it's the lack of financial ego. Like, people don't want to spend a bunch of, like, I know a lot of people that have money problems, but they have a nice car. People that have money problems, but they have a nice phone. People that have money problems, but they have a nice computer. Something like that, right? It's like, and I understand that, like, some people want to have things that are nice, but at the same time, if you want to save money, then you've got to compromise.
Make decisions that keep them poor, like lottery tickets. Almost all lottery tickets sold are sold to people that are in poverty. Payday loans, stuff like that. But middle class people make decisions that keep them struggling, like $40,000 auto loans, expensive vacations that you can't afford, going out to eat too much. And I'm happy he talked about the food thing because he hit the nail on the head. When my dad...
People say that he's not right, that, like, houses are more expensive now. Well, that's probably true. But is he right about everything else? I think he is. So, like, and that's the mentality of a defensive person, is that they're going to look at something like this that this guy says and say the one thing that he says that's wrong is like, oh, okay, well, then everything else is wrong too. Because they don't want to believe this, because believing this means taking accountability for bad actions that you've taken upon yourself. Like, most of the bad situations in my life are my fault. I would say like 98% of them are my fault. You want to be a victim so bad? Yeah, that's what it is. And I think that for most people, that's the case.
Dad was going to work from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. most days, and we were trying to get from the projects to our own home. We were eating stuff like hamburger helper, ramen noodles, and breakfast food. I was wondering why we was eating pancakes and eggs at dinner, and we didn't care because we was kids and you could pour sugar on them pancakes, so it didn't matter to us. But this was all a part of my mom's plan to get us into our first home. We did that for years until our parents got us out of debt, but they did it. So I understand that now it's harder than ever, but it's still possible. Really, only you can do it, because ain't nobody coming to save us.
Well, that...
what do you think about the slot?
Oh, shit. Just let me go back. So he's right. He's completely right. There's a lot of people that they look at, you know, like bad things in life and shit like this. This is a good fucking video. It is a good video. I think that also, Like, who's content creator? I'll link you guys the video. I like his videos a lot. Am I illness to fail? Who can I blame? Oh no, my illness is not my fail. Who can I blame? Well, you don't. So here's the truth, right? Is it doesn't matter who you blame, and it doesn't matter whose fault it is. It's still your responsibility to either overcome it or let it destroy your life. Like, nobody's going to come and save you and solve this problem for you and, you know, fix everything that's wrong in your life. So it's like, yeah, sure. I mean, absolutely, it sucks. And you're right that it's sad, but you either get over it or you don't, right? And I mean, the truth is that there are a lot of people in the gene pool, and if you don't get over it, somebody else does, and that's all there is to it. The world doesn't owe you a living. The world doesn't owe you anything. Nobody gives a shit. No, I do think that you should have universal basic income. I'm a big supporter of that. But whenever that happens, then maybe it'll be true. But until then, you better figure your shit out. That's the way I feel about it. The system's definitely rigged and getting harder for people to overcome those rigged systems. The system is definitely hard for people to overcome. You're totally right. And it doesn't change a fucking thing. Yeah, it doesn't change a fucking thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference. It's not it. So yeah, it is. Bro, it's solo leveling. Yeah, for real. Some of these people refuse to find a partner and create a dual income. Yep, you're right about that. You're right, Asma. The problem is still inflation. It's screwing people over, sadly. Okay, well, what are you going to do? You're going to stop inflation? And this is the problem, right? Is that most people that have these issues, they are always trying to do whatever they can to externalize the problem or make the problem something other than themselves. So it's like, oh, well, it's inflation, it's my parents, it's where I live, it's something. And you can be right about all of those things, but it doesn't change your situation. It doesn't make things better for you. It doesn't improve anything. So yeah, that's the difference. It's not inflation. Inflation was huge in the past. It's never been this bad. I don't know, but I'm just saying in general. Focus on what you can control. Yeah. At the end of the day, you need to adapt. Yeah, exactly. The problem is external. The person can change their situation with political action. Yeah, you should vote to change things. Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree with you. You reacted to a TED Talk video that proves the last guy wrong with stats? No, they're both right. So let me explain how they're both right. It's true that the system is massively rigged and you have huge... I think the best example was like this girl, right? The, what do you call it? Like the meta engineer girl or whatever, meta product manager girl. Like a lot of people that have these really great jobs in like companies that are like, you know, like high status companies, a lot of them come into those jobs because they have some sort of in, right? Like maybe, you know, it's like an uncle, a parent, or somebody that they know that's able to get them into that job, right? And what ends up happening is that that's like a huge advantage that like this person has. But complaining can be a way to learn. I don't know. We'll see what happens, right? I usually don't think so. But I think that it is rigged, right? And you do have a lot of things that are stacked against you, and it does really suck. But the problem is that you can acknowledge that things are very bad, but you also have to move forward in knowing that. And it's like you can either like let it destroy you or not, right? I mean, I don't know. You can find creative ways to solutions. Yeah, exactly. Where do you think you'd be if you weren't a streamer? I don't know. Probably sitting in this same exact place, playing video games, probably with a camera on, just talking to nobody instead. Yeah, I never wanted to have a job. I always wanted to stay home all day and play video games and do whatever I wanted. That was always my perspective. Yeah, I never wanted a job. I felt the exact same way that these girls did. Never wanted to do any of that. Do you think people in the past that were saving up for a house had a $1,000 phone, monthly TV subscriptions, gym memberships, and Starbucks coffee? No, they saved? Yeah, exactly. It's like people don't even, and this is the thing, right? How do you explain to a fish that it's in water? You can't. And I think that a lot of these people don't realize like what a tremendous privilege they do have. It's crazy. I'll link you guys the video again. Just a good video. Give it a like. Gen Z is aging like milk? Nah, bro. Who says she's 22? What, she said that? She could say she's 14 or 40. You say anything.
Gen Z is aging like milk. Okay, there's a trend going around where Gen Z is freaking out because they realize they look really old. Starting with this clip from Jordan the Stallion.
I remember seeing this.
Gen Z is aging really rapidly.
It is mainly because of the stress.
I remember,
We live in a time nowadays where millennials look way younger for their age, while Gen Z looks way older for their age. If you don't believe
let's find out. We're going to save this image right here, and we're going to go over. All right. I was 31. This is becoming a little bit upsetting. I mean, it's not very accurate. It's all right. Let's see if we can do anything else. All right. So this is a photo of me. I was 20 years old in this photo. There's something wrong with it. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay, let's try it. We'll try it one more time. 25. Okay. That's not awful, right? Okay. How about this one here? I was 21 or 22. 27. That's actually pretty good. Okay, what about a really recent one? Can you guys get off the site? What do you mean there's something wrong with it? What do you mean? What's wrong with me? Crop out the boat? Oh, they're trying to age the boat. Oh, that makes sense. How old am I? 36? Are you fucking kidding me? Basically, yeah, if you round that up, it's 40. Which is basically the end. You know? This photo is almost 15 years old. So you're 46? Okay, all right. So, is this true for me? I don't know. I mean, I was like 21, I think, in this photo. Okay, I know I went off on like a massive tangent with this, right? But I see a lot of my friends, and they're all old as fuck. Like, I'm gonna be honest. They've all got gray hair. They're fat. Like, it's just they're getting old. Absolutely. What's your excuse? I feel like I'm doing great. Okay, I do. Yeah. So I don't feel bad.
I'm Gen Z.
Okay.
Get closer. I am Gen Z and nobody ever believes me. When my mom and I walk out in public, people think that my mom is my younger sister.
That's interesting.
Right. When I tell people, oh, I'm going to go hang out with my family, they think I'm talking about my children. I don't have kids. Right? I'm talking about my parents. I'm still the child. Does that make sense? I'll put it to you like this. Zendaya is older than me. Tom Holland is older than me. You know what I'm saying right now? There was one time I wanted an autograph from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, right? I was standing for hours for this autograph, and when he walked up to me, I said, can you please sign this poster? It's for Jordan, right? He then took it and put, Dear Jordan, your dad is a great guy. He stood out here for hours and then gave it back to me. And before I could correct him, he looked at me and said, times were way more difficult back when we were kids, am I right? And
isn't The Rock like 60 or 50 years old?
He tapped my shoulder and left. Dwayne is 52.
There it is.
I'm 26. What I'm 26. Saying is, so Gen Z definitely looks older. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, so that guy's name is Jordan. He is 26 years old, and he's borderline Gen Z. Now, if you didn't know, the age range Gen Z is from 12 to 27, so he does actually qualify there. I think in his case, I think it's just a look he's gone for. Like, if you shave, you'll probably drop another 10 years. I'm pretty much the same. Like, with a beard, I look 55, but then if you shave it off, I look about 12. So it's not too bad. I mean, he still looks good and everything. I think he's one of those guys who ages gracefully, meaning at like 45, he'll probably look the exact same as he does now. The way I screamed no when he said I'm Gen Z, I screamed you said Zendaya is older than me. I would have never guessed you're only 26. My condolences, Gen Z. 26? What stress are y'all going through? Now, the real problem comes when we start looking into these other posts.
This is like, I feel like that, I mean, because that's bad, right? Jordan was 40. Yeah, bro, like 26, 22 years old. I mean, that's bad, though, right? I mean, like, let's be honest. That is, like, the girl asked the audience what age she looked. Most guessed 30s and 40s. Like, I don't even know what to say about this. This is scary. I'll be 33 tomorrow? Well, it's been over for 3 years. What's another one?
This girl asked her audience what age she looked. Most guessed 30s and 40s.
Yeah.
She's 22.
Respectfully, you look like you're pushing 45. Stop
Jesus.
getting filler or Botox, whatever you have. It looks so bad. 45? I get like, okay, maybe like late 20s, 30s.
45, yeah.
Shocker. When I first started TikTok and started making filler videos, like come get filler with me or Botox, I used to get...
I see where the problem is. Oh, now it makes sense. Yeah, okay, well, mystery solved.
Get these hate comments all the time. There's just people on TikTok that absolutely
There are girls that get plastic surgery and it does make them look hotter. But there are also a lot of girls that get plastic surgery and it makes them look like a lizard.
Cosmetic procedures and
a dehydrated lizard. On like the like a rock in the Grand Canyon and everything around it is red. And it's a red lizard.
Believe that you shouldn't get them. And again, I think it's a personal preference. Like if I want to get filler,
do whatever the fuck you want. Who
cares? No one should stop you from getting filler because it's your own face.
Do whatever you want.
People always told me that I look older, and I get it. I look older. I might act older. But 45? And before I used to cry over these comments and used to delete them and block the account, but now I'm just like, I just laugh at it because I know it's not true. But
you know that wasn't a real laugh. You know, bro, like that was a dude, that laugh hurt. Like that shit is bad. God damn, bro. Like, oh my god. Jesus, that sucks, bro.
I do respect your opinion.
Okay, I just gotta say.
Yeah, so like what happens with girls is like they and here's like the other thing, right? Is that there are plenty of girls that get plastic surgery and you don't know it because the person that did it wasn't fucking who was that guy in Cyberpunk, right? With the bald head wearing the tutu. It wasn't that guy. So like there's a lot of girls that get plastic surgery and it's totally fine, right? Yeah, fingers, exactly. Yeah, there it is. And like, for example, I remember Izzy got like a nose surgery and I couldn't fucking tell. Like it looked fine to me. I mean, what the hell? Like, I wasn't really paying attention to her nose anyway, but if you draw attention to it, I don't fucking know. So yeah, of course it works. Men don't really look at noses? No, not really. And so, yeah, this has happened with a lot of cases, and there are girls that get it, but like, I think that really, imagine being a 22-year-old girl and growing up on social media whenever it's like, like you're old enough for it to have ruined your life, but you're still too young to have any of the support that people should have on social media. So it's like the worst of both worlds.
the completely neutral party over here, not trying to say anything, but yeah, she does actually look 45. I'd venture maybe even 55. And that's not an insult. I can't talk. I look like a freaking Goomba that got stomped on by Mario. I'm just being honest, like these TikTok comments, and this is probably a result of all these fillers or procedures that she's having done at such a young age. Yeah,
exactly.
Like literally nobody should be getting Botox or fillers or any kind of work done on your face at the young age of 22. I feel like at least grow into yourself a little bit, right?
I think that if you want it, like if there's something that's fucked up on your face, right? Like there's a girl with a big nose or, you know, like whatever else, right? And you want to fix it, then I think you should fix it. Like if you're not happy with the way that I look and or the way that you look, excuse me, I know nobody's happy with the way I look. If you're not happy with it, then just go fix it. But the problem with like some people is that they actually don't have a real problem with the way that they look. They have a problem with looking at themselves. And so as soon as they fix one problem, now it's another problem. Now it's something else, right? And it's like this ever extending goalpost that you can never really get to because it's like, oh yeah, well I fixed my nose, but then my eyebrows or my eyes or my jawline or something like that. There's all kinds of shit like that. And I'll say, like, as a guy, I think that most guys can look good. I've said this before. I think that, and I'm not gay. It's not gay to say this, but I think on average, in a lot of cases, guys look more attractive than women. That's just how it is. I know it might sound gay, but I think that really if you're a dude and you work out and you take care of yourself, you're going to be in a good position. It's actually true. Yeah. It's a fact, bro. It's a fact. Yeah. And so, yeah, you get a nice fitted suit, work out, and that's it. It's not gay at all, bro. Like, that's the straightest thing that you can ever say.
At least, you know, spend a couple years working on yourself through, you know, the natural means of diet and exercise, and maybe look up some of these.
Yo, what's up, boys? Welcome to Steak and Eggs, episode 75.
5 left.
Ooh, man.
5 more episodes till the end of the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, 20,000 likes on this video.
You're really going to start it off?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
20,000 likes on this video, God. And we do a gym special where Asmund, Emmy, and myself go to the gym with our special guest, Knut, and our special guest, Arav. If you're still here.
Yeah, I think I should be able to be, yeah.
Well, with the $50,000 that you won, beating every other, 998 other streamers to win OTK's top streamer, which is crazy because you were eliminated in the first episode, and then one of the judges, Golden, buzzed you back in. Who was that?
Actually, the guy that Golden buzzed me back is was actually Tecton.
Wow, what a good guy.
Oh, my Lord.
What a good guy. Yeah, I mean, it's a God-given talent. But anyways, Arav, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Yay.
Yep, welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you so much.
Man, I remember when I saw you, that you were the one that did, like, you were in Norway still, and you were looking in the garbage cans, right?
Oh, no, I was doing some garbage stuff on fire making.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know about this guy. Like, what's this guy gonna do? But I remember thinking, I was like, he's gotta have some balls to do that. Just like randomly fucking go around to people's garbage. I was impressed.
Was that real or was that fake?
I think the garbage thing was, I think Vanguard did some garbage stuff with the spaghetti and stuff, but that was real.
That was real.
They ate real spaghetti from the garbage. But in defense, in defense, that was recently thrown out. Like the guys that worked there had recently thrown food in the garbage.
No, it's not going to be.
So it wasn't that
fine.
dirty.
Yeah.
In case you guys don't know who Knut and Arav are, they're 2 clats, which means gentle, dumb giants from Norway.
Where does the word clat come from?
Yeah,
what does that
I was
mean?
actually curious.
I can tell you that.
Okay.
That is from my community.
Right.
There was just like there's some of those that has been in the community for a while. They like to make the dumb emotes. It's just that picture of my face like stretched out and it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
And he made this emote years ago, and then suddenly this year someone added it. I think it was to Miskif's channel when I was with him when we made the gym.
Yeah.
And people just started using it, and it was just Clat.
The Clat.
It was just like a dumb twist on the name Knut.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because like I saw the name and I'm like, what the?
Yeah, I didn't know if that meant something.
No, it doesn't mean anything more
just
than.
an emote.
Honestly, this is gonna sound stupid. I thought Clats were like all of the other guys from Norway besides you, like Arav and like your other friend. Yeah, I was like, maybe it's them. Like I don't know.
But it has just evolved into becoming like a emote that is being used every time we're on any stream.
Well, I think it would be pretty good to talk about this, just to get the elephant out of the room out of the way. Probably everybody watching this podcast right now is wondering why y'all two are just enormous, God amongst men. So, what originally got you into like fitness? What originally got you to want to be like this massive genetic freak?
So, my family, like my dad, my grandfather, has all been competing in sports. So my dad, he was doing short put, discus.
I don't know what short put is. Is that golf?
Like shot put, like where you put
shot put, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You have one and metal ball.
Yeah.
And he did some others as well, but that was like his main event. So he had a bench press.
Yeah.
With so you can make it into a squat rack.
That's like
in the basement. So when we were 13, like the kids, there was no focus on you have to look this or that or anything. It was just let's see who's the strongest kid, and we started lifting every week, did the bench press all the time. Some of my friends had a bench press, and we just did that, and it's just evolved into doing bodybuilding.
Now it is what it is.
Now it is what it is.
Yeah. Thing is. Knut is trying to like humble himself here greatly, but the reality is that me, Knut, Vanguard and stuff, we're the weakest Norwegians. It's just pure genetics.
That's
we're
right.
just built like this.
Is it actually like that? Because every Norwegian I've ever seen is just really jacked and really angry, even the females.
We fled to Texas to feel big.
Oh yeah? Yeah.
How's it feel?
It's like an ego boost.
Yeah, because in Norway it's just we're just weak.
Texas people are so small.
How did you get into fitness?
I think just watching. I don't know. I always wanted to do it. I was always like, there's this movie with. I don't remember. It's like Mexican wrestling movie.
Nacho Libre.
Yes.
Is it actually?
That got me into doing push-ups.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit.
It sounds very weird, but that got me into doing push-ups because I thought his story was very cool.
Yeah.
That's actually so weird. I was a little kid then. Yeah. And then it just started, I got interested in kind of strongman stuff and everything. But it started there actually.
Man. So how do you like Austin? Like is this your first time when you came in for Top Streamer? Was it your first time coming into the United States?
It was actually my second because first time I visited Knut in March or something this year for 2 weeks.
Oh shit, okay. Well, how do you like it compared to Norway?
I'm a bit like Knut, I think. I really like the warmth and like sun and stuff. So I think that is just nice to flee from. Like during parts of Norway, the year, it's like only slush. It's like this tall with slush mixed with mud.
How many hours a day is the sun out in Norway today?
I'm not sure exactly today, but it starts like from the midsummer when it's like the longest days, where you have like where it never gets like completely dark, but you don't have sun where we're from.
Right.
You don't have sun 24 hours, but you have like a few hours in the middle of the night where it's like a little bit dark.
Yeah.
And it gets darker and darker and darker out through.
Yeah.
I can't remember the date, but it's like in January sometime, I think, when it's
like like the rotation of the Earth.
Yeah. So the days are at its shortest, and then it's like. If you have a normal job where you work like 8 to 4, it's dark when you go to work and it's dark when you're finished.
So you never see the sun.
And maybe from your window at your workplace.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
That's like me.
There you go. I think that is the worst part about living that far north. For me personally, I I've lived in that for 38 years, and I'm so sick of the winters. That is like the
you only
worst.
need to travel with car a couple hours north to actually not see the sun parts of the year. It will be no sun for some months.
That's nuts.
Maybe not months, but some weeks.
Yeah.
What's the dumbest shit about America?
Ooh. Oh, that I've seen till now, two things.
Yeah.
Besides the people.
Healthcare and school system.
That's just about right.
Yeah.
How about that?
Because like, let's take the healthcare system. After what I've seen, it seems like such a scam. Like they're cranking the prices to an insane amount.
The more you see it, the more of a scam it'll be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just gets worse and worse.
You know what's crazy? I spend $480 a month on healthcare. And then I took an ambulance about 2 months ago, and they charged me $1,600. And I'm sitting there thinking, man, that costs a whole lot. But then I realized I've had this healthcare for 2 years, and that's probably what? $16,000 worth of, $16,000 worth of healthcare I've already paid that I haven't used.
Yeah.
I hate it. It's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, imagine if you didn't have the insurance then.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
I've seen videos of people like breaking their leg or something, and then the ambulance comes get them, and they're like kind of fainted.
Yeah.
But when they wake up, they actually jump out of the ambulance because they don't want to pay the bill. Let's say they don't have insurance.
Just Uber. Legit, just Uber. It's a mass. I will never be getting an ambulance ever again. Like, it's just a scam.
Man, like I went to urgent care a couple of times. Like there was like something wrong with me, and by something wrong with me, I mean my brain invented that there was something wrong with me. There wasn't actually. And so I go there, and like I was dressed like such a fucking bum. They didn't even charge me. They were just like,
They thought you were just homeless or something?
Yes, they're like,
shit.
this crackhead came in earlier, and he said he had like something wrong with his leg. No, nothing was wrong. He's just crazy, and like that was it. Yeah, I never had to pay for the whole thing. It's great. Yeah.
No, but and school system. What I think, having an educated population brings up the economy on every level.
Because they understand how to do a job.
Yeah, and you can not only that, but what are you competing against? You're competing against other countries all the time. You compete against the open market. And more efficiency, more development, like everything will just benefit. Like companies will get richer.
Yeah.
Because they can sell better technology out. In every level, it will be beneficial.
What's crazy is that, have you guys ever seen a store that like something is broken or closed and they don't have a way to print something out, so they actually have to write words on a sheet of paper? I have never seen a store that has to write words on a sheet of paper where everything isn't totally fucking misspelled. It's crazy. Like I'll see like it's like store is closed, and closed has like 3 S's in it. It's like, wait, what?
What? Everyone does like this.
Yeah. There's no spell check on a sheet of paper.
So now that you've won OTK Top Streamer, and you won $50,000, what are you gonna do with it?
I'm probably gonna
move to America.
That would be cool.
And would it be cool, or are you gonna do it?
No, I will at least 100% with the ESTA, like ESTA, be able to be in around these parts in 2025 for 6 months.
What is ESTA?
It's like a tourist visa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so with my current visa, I can be here 6 months per year. So that is pretty nice as a beginner, I think. Yeah. So I will probably do that in 2025, I think.
Okay.
And I'll probably invest 10K into like live streaming, IRL, backpack stuff.
That's smart.
How's your family feel?
They're super hyped. It's cool. They've been extremely supportive, and they've been like watching me. Like for example, my dad, my little brother sent a video of my dad sleeping in his bed and like falling asleep with his phone laying over here. And he was watching my Just Sleeping stream. So he fell asleep in my Just Sleeping stream, and that was kind of cute. And I was like, oh, that's so cute.
I love that.
Like father, like son. Yeah, exactly.
How long have you been streaming for?
No, I started in February, but my account is like over 10 years old.
Damn.
So I've been like on the Twitch world for a long time, but I've mainly been like a VOD watcher.
Okay. What made you want to take the next step into streaming?
Knut, yeah. Just being around Knut, and suddenly I never really felt like it was natural to start, but just being around Knut has been so natural to stream.
He was on my stream multiple times at the gym where we were working out all the time.
So like you basically started streaming before you even started streaming.
Yeah.
You know, you were just on camera. Yeah, it was like whatever.
Yeah. So for me, it was very natural, and Knut is definitely the OG, the one true clap that got me into streaming.
It was so funny when they showed me that they had changed the OTK to one true clap.
That was such a nice one.
And that ugly emote as a profile picture.
With the big nose. Yeah. Oh, God.
Clats taking over.
Yeah. We have been memeing about this for a while, that we're going to take over everything, and I'm sending them to do collabs with other and take viewers from different communities now. Austin is soon, they need to find a new community.
Well, that's what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't think about that.
I will say, you saying that you felt supernatural streaming with Knut. I will say, Knut is my favorite person to stream with. Because whenever I stream with you, I don't have this worry that I have with other people, which is, oh God, what if I say something wrong? Because I have a habit of saying horrendous shit nonstop. Like all the time.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Hey guys, you can spark something uncommon this holiday with just the right gift from our sponsor, Uncommon Goods. Uncommon Goods is basically a one-stop shop for out-of-the-ordinary gifts. They highlight a ton of cool little products made by artists and small businesses, and they make it easy to find something unique for yourself or a loved one. Everything is way more personalized. Plus, with every purchase from Uncommon Goods, they give $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice, adding to over $3 million that they've already donated so far. Uncommon Goods has all kinds of stuff. You can definitely find a gift for anyone in your life. And for example, I found this neat little insulating sleeve for ice cream. It keeps it cold for way longer, and it protects your hands from getting too cold while holding it.
Can I have some of your ice cream?
No.
Oh.
You don't have to be stressed over the holidays this year. You can make it easy with Uncommon Goods. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/steak. That's uncommongoods.com/steak for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary.
Dude, I will say Twitter is my favorite social media platform right now. If I could make Twitter a full-time job, I would 1,000,000%.
Why? I thought you hated Twitter.
I've changed my mind entirely. I've been having so much fun.
Oh, no. Well,
it's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah,
it is. I've been making posts about, like, Moodang has officially endorsed Donald Trump. It's been so much fun.
So it should be mentioned here that the average Norwegian kid does not have Twitter and has never used it almost.
Wow.
So it isn't like I created mine when I started streaming, I think. If I remember, I think I did, or maybe I'd created an account at one point and never used it. So it isn't normal if you're not in like the gaming, online.
So like, do you guys have like another social media platform that you use over there, like Facebook or something?
They stopped using that as well.
That's
it's only the generation above me. They use it, but Instagram is by far the most popular, and obviously TikTok. I think TikTok has surpassed Instagram as well.
I feel like everybody just uses TikTok now. Like it's like a worldwide thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. By the way, speaking of corn, did y'all see that, what's his name? What's the CEO of Twitch, Dan Clancy? You see his browser history was leaked? Did y'all see that?
Was it the browser history, or was it they found his accounts?
Well, they found his account. Apparently he's been cranking it to Mia Malkova. A little bit of lore.
I mean,
oh my lord!
Grown man has watched some people.
Wow! Let's cancel the guy. Oh my God!
News.
Oh
Big
my
deal.
God. People were furious about that.
I know they were so.
And I'm like, bro, who cares?
Shit. That is the absolute dumbest shit. Grown man watching actors that get paid for doing porn consensually. Like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah, I mean,
it's like, I remember, I was like, everybody's like, well, what do you think about this? Like, should he step down? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Press
what do you
one
mean?
in chat if you are not guilty.
Yeah.
It stops.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I will say the influx of hot tub streamers not getting banned does make sense. I mean, bros in their chats just gooning every day.
Hey, I mean,
Dan Clancy a freak.
I think it's fine. You know, they want to be in their own section, in their own place on the website. I don't, like, who cares?
I haven't seen one of them forever.
Really?
Yeah, I have not
I
been
don't
seeing
get
any
those streams recommended.
Yeah,
either.
I don't see them anymore at all.
No.
Yeah, because they were doing them for money, and then the money stopped coming in because they demonetized it. So then they stopped doing it. Do you think they really, Are they fish? No. They don't want to be in water for 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
No, like, let's just be honest.
I will say, I think I saw maybe one in the past week, and it was a twerk countdown.
Oh, God.
And it was just stuck on the 1 second timer. And
Oh,
you just
no, not one of those.
I know.
Was that French girl?
Maybe.
Oh, God.
Gervaux or something?
Yeah, Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor Gervaux, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when Amaranth used to do those where she'd be like, guys, I'm taking off my towel in 5 seconds. If you sub, it goes up by a second. I'm like, oh, I hate those fucking strips. I'm glad they're over. Do you guys know about the debuff that Canute told me about?
What is it?
Canute has this thing where he says his Norwegian accent makes him sound really fucking dumb.
Really?
Yeah. You remember that?
Yeah.
And it's crazy because Canute is one of the smartest people that I know.
Yeah.
But you would not be able to tell because...
Because I sound up.
I feel like Norwegian accent is definitely higher tier, like Southern American accent. That's the accent that idiots have. It's like if you want to see like who the dumbass in a story is in a movie, whoever has a Southern accent, that's the dumbass.
Oh, yeah.
Is it based on reality, though?
In a lot of cases, yes.
Yes.
In a lot of cases.
But truthfully, there are people stupid everywhere.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we have them overseas as well.
We have hillbillies in Norway as well. Pretty strong K-Kona.
What does that sound like?
Oh, really?
It's like normal Norwegian. It's like, hei, jeg heter Arav.
Yeah.
But like kind of K-Kona is like, you heter Arav. We both actually have dialects in our language that we speak on. Like, it's like the place I come from have one dialect.
Yeah.
But when you move away from the place, everyone talks like in the main dialect or main language. So you like stop talking it over time, just on automatic. And I would guess the same is for him.
I think
so. So do you guys have like rednecks over there in Norway?
Oh yes,
pretty like hardcore.
What do they do? Like what's a Norwegian redneck?
They love American old cars.
Fuck. That's right. Yeah.
Is that why you got yours?
No, because they like the older.
Oh, not muscle cars.
Yeah, the old muscle cars.
Yeah, like the 60s and 70s Mustang, Camaro, Challenger, shit like that. Yeah.
That's what they like the best.
I think you told me that you learned English by watching Twitch streams, or no?
No.
How'd you learn English?
School.
Oh, actually? Yeah. Oh, damn. What about you?
I was always the best in English at school, and that was purely because of RuneScape. 100%.
Yeah, how long have you played RuneScape for?
My account was created in 2006.
Nice.
Wow.
I think that was the golden age of RuneScape, and after that, it was just not that good.
Well, that was like, well, do you play OSRS now?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I do. And I never liked Grand Exchange, where you can like trade with other people more easily.
Oh, really?
So no, because I like to play hardcore Iron Man because then I can't trade other players. It becomes more difficult. Because it's so much like money, people are selling gold and stuff, so I didn't want to compete with
It's crazy how many people are cheating in that game. Like, I saw some video, people are downloading mods and everything to like play the game and like click buttons for you. It's like, what the
fuck? I know, and also you can like, people have been buying houses and cars and stuff because of like RuneScape gambling.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
pretty
crazy.
Wild how much money it's been in that kind of stuff.
I will say, I got hacked on RuneScape several years ago, and then I got my account back. And people were freaking out because this happened on stream, because I got my account back. And when I got my account back, my inventory and like all my bank was filled with sharks. Is that good or no? Because they were, and I had like maybe like 5,000 gold or something.
Sharks can be worth some money actually if you sell it.
Yeah, is 5,000 gold in RuneScape? Is that a lot?
It's like nothing, right? I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
But the sharks, I feel like just 5 sharks is worth more than 5k.
Okay, yeah, it's all sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's a lot of sharks, maybe I made money.
Yeah, I watch a lot of RuneScape content. Actually, I love the game, personally. There's a lot of good streamers. There's this streamer called SK Uwu who plays RuneScape all the time.
Yeah, I know her.
This is the best damn streamer on the platform.
Yeah, she's great.
Do you know her?
No.
Oh, do you guys know SK?
No, I most like, I've been watching mainly YouTube, but the Twitch is like Boaty and stuff back in the days, but I haven't really watched
like
much.
Like Autoblock and all of them?
Yeah, I haven't watched them in years though, but those are ones I used to watch. and certain other.
I hadn't heard about RuneScape before Austin showed it, like in 2018.
Wait, like Austin show?
Yeah. Raj Patel at that time.
That's right.
You can't say that name. That's his dead name. You can't say that name anymore.
Knut wasn't popular when he was young, apparently.
He's forever Raj Patel for me. That's how I got to know.
Oh, I remember you were on every single episode. You were there all the time.
Every day.
Yeah. Every single time.
That's how I actually got out on Twitch.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, no, there is no doubt.
Well, there's no shows like that anymore. I feel like there used to be all these shows where it would just be like a Discord chat of like 9 or 12 people just talking over each other. Yeah. And like that was like, you remember like Train's podcast and everything on Thursday night.
Yeah, it was Friday.
Yeah, it was Friday for you, I guess. Yeah, Thursday night, every fucking Thursday, we would go on there and do that podcast for like 2 years.
And that started, the first time he did that was after a Raj Patel show.
That's
like
right.
One of the, I think it was after his talent show. And then he took in like the winner and a few of us others that had been there and some of his friends, and he started the podcast.
Yeah, I still don't know what Raj Patel did. Like, what was it?
It was a lot of different shows. It was, I think the one that got the biggest was the Raj Royale, like the podcast where you got voted off.
Kicked out. Yeah.
Wait, how did that work? Because that sounds awesome. What is that? But what is the Raj Royale? They kick you out because they don't like you or what?
No, so the audience had to vote.
I'm trying to remember.
I think
it was a long time ago.
I think you voted for your favorites, and the bottom two was like,
they get kicked out. Yeah.
One of them were kicked out until it was one person.
That sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It was fun. And it was fun in the beginning because it was just a shit show. It was just arguing and people were mad.
They're getting so fucking pissed. Remember like Greek would come in and just start screaming at people?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God.
Oh, dude, I'm going to just steal that idea.
But then it got ruined by politics. It got ruined by politics, that show as well.
Some of the really early lover host ones were so fucking unhinged.
Yeah.
They were so degenerate.
This was even before Amazon bought Twitch, the first ones. So it was
like the original like Soda Pop and Lover host. Oh God. Oh boy.
I didn't watch any of those.
Yeah, I feel like I'm missing out on ancient Twitch lore.
Oh yeah. Well, back in the day, this was there was like basically a community of people that just did honestly trashy content.
Yes.
Love that.
So trashy content. And like Knut was there, I was there, Train, Austin, who was Raj back then, was there.
He was, let's just say, he had a different profile back then.
He was, very different profile.
So he was like being like an Indian man, right?
He had an Indian accent.
Would he like change the color of his skin or no?
No, because he wasn't.
No one knew what he looked like.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
He had showed himself a few times now and then, but it wasn't like on screen.
So what did he sound like? Give me your Raj impression.
I can't even do it. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember what it even sounded like. It was such a long time ago.
Yeah.
It would be really funny if he went back to that, though.
Yeah.
Fucking
He
hilarious.
should do a little...
Yeah. But yeah, I wish I feel like the top streamer thing, like it was kind of cool because it was not the same as that, but it was at least like kind of close where like random people could come on.
Yeah.
And like, I think one thing that Twitch has now that's like really kind of bad, and it's like, it's gotten better recently with like the guys from like FaZe and like the W community, but like for such a while, it was so fucking stagnant. It was the same people for like 5 years. Yeah. It's good to see some new people, you know?
I think it's important as well to... I think it's important to try some new stuff every now and then. I think
Absolutely.
I think it was amazing to be a part of.
Yeah.
Did you think you were going to win?
No, like I didn't really... I'm a type of guy that take nothing for granted type of.
Yeah.
But I kind of saw after a while that it would be possible, especially with like the collabs happening and stuff, and like getting... being on streams with bigger streamers and stuff. I think that was an important part of it. Yeah. And I was also very well prepared with streaming because I've been streaming so much lately. And some of the other contestants haven't streamed in like a month and stuff.
Yeah.
So for them it was like very for some of them, it was probably pretty difficult to be on there, I think.
I can't tell you how happy I was to see you win it and then stream 8 hours after you won it and not just say, okay, bye, guys. Like, you just
take the money and run.
Yeah. You're streaming, and then I think you streamed again the day after.
I went gym with S-Fan because I hadn't went to the gym in like 10 days, so I felt pretty... Yeah. It's like, if you train a lot and you stop training, your muscles kind of start itching or something. It's kind of weird. Damn. It's a bit like uncomfortable feeling, so it's like feels so good to just get back to the gym again.
Who were your top 3 favorite streamers you met in Austin?
Oh, in general?
Yeah.
This is he's just waiting for you to say him.
I'm literally not.
I'm literally
not.
Honestly, I'm always so bad at saying stuff like that. But
hey, you're all good, then don't say it. You're good. If you don't want to. Who'd you like? If anybody, the contestants, any streamers?
Yeah, like I like absolute majority of them. But I think it was very funny to meet, for example, Akari, because he's such a funny guy. Like I just like everything about him. Honestly.
I love him.
No, there's definitely more. Like I think everyone has been so cool.
Yeah, if Lakari's been your top, that's all good.
Yeah.
What do you think of Sebi?
Oh, Sebi, he is. I honestly love that guy. He's such a talented guy, and I love that he dares to do his thing. And some of his takes or whatever might be a bit like controversial in this modern Western world.
Yeah.
But I love that he still points them out. He does it in a good way. And I want the internet to be like this. He's such a talented guy.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Boys, check this shit out. It's a new cup from Gamer Subs, and it looks very cool, very Sugoi, and it's better than every other cup because it's from Japan. Wow, awesome. And you can get this on, I believe, November 14th. It's going to be available for 2 weeks, and then it'll never be sold again. And you can use code BALDY, B-A-L-D-Y, for 10% off. Yeah, and also, I think I'm having a Gamer Subs flavor releasing later this November as well. But yeah, we love Gamer Subs here. Cool OTK merch. If you want to try it for yourself, want to go get one, gamersubs.com. And if I'm wrong, then I'm sure the guys in production...
We'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, put it on the screen. Yeah, Gamer Subs, check it out. New cup, new flavor. Code BALDY, B-A-L-D-Y. They have codes too, but they said I don't have to say them, so I get all the money. Very cool.
It is.
We feel bad for the guy, you know?
Yeah, we can take you know, a little bit of
Yeah,
it.
I mean, after that subathon disaster.
Okay.
I mean, you really got to figure out.
Yeah, that was rough. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was really
But did it give up?
Huh?
Did it give up on
No,
subathon?
I didn't fucking give. I did not fucking give up.
He
Okay,
gave up.
so what happened was I streamed for 8 days and it was going very well. I loved it. It was great, right? But the problem is, I almost threw up. The problem is that there was this mechanic where if the timer ever hit 0, the person who subbed last would get $10,000, right? The problem is is the timer glitched out while I was asleep. It was actually at around an hour 30, an hour 40, but it wasn't counting it externally, only internally. And so the clock displayed 00000 because it bugged out. To avoid a legal issue, I had to end the stream and give the person who subbed last when the actual display hit 0.
He turned his subathon into a gambling stream.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
genius.
No, it was actually the worst idea ever. And I hate, because I stole the idea from Miz. And you know, I thought it would have been good, but it was just fucking shit. Because then nobody
that's just the way it is, you know?
Nobody would gift subs, and it was constantly edging, and I could never relax. The timer was at like 30 seconds for like 4 hours straight.
I saw that many times.
I hated it. I fucking hated it. I need to do another subathon, to be honest. So we'll bang that shit out. Maybe in December when ad revenue's high.
Yes,
or when there's a new fucking gotcha game, but they're all dead, bro. It's fucking lame. I need to retire.
I watch you and Lakari play some gacha games, and every time I'm questioning how can you find this shit entertaining?
Okay, so you know what a gooner is?
Oh god, we talked about it earlier.
Yeah, so I chronically masturbate, Canoe, and when I see these anime characters, they make me feel so good, and so I pull them, and then I just crank my shit so hard.
You know the real reason is because no. So basically, this game came out. It was called Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
And you know, I don't know if you guys play the game. Great game.
I've seen it.
I played it.
The third boss. Yeah, of course it was. And you know, the ape was easy, right?
It wasn't that bad, no.
Yeah, of course not, right? But
a bit more of a challenge, but not that bad.
Yeah, but not really, right? And
so everybody in this room has beaten it, right? Because I've beaten it.
Well, yeah.
I beat the great ape.
Well, after a while, sure.
After 30 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, that's a while, and then turning down.
Beat it faster than me.
I don't know if that's true.
That's wow. Okay, guys. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
I just bitch way louder.
Well,
so it
anyway,
seems like it took longer.
Everybody was spamming strongest gotcha player, and the reason why is because most people that play gotcha games suck dick at video games. Absolute fucking garbage.
Then play me in any game, Asmund.
Like what?
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Oh, really?
Yep.
You're really trying to get your ego back?
No, I mean, you say, hey, I'm so easy. Play me in Dragon Ball Z.
How about this?
Yep.
I'm doing a tournament for Sparking Zero. At the beginning of the tournament or halfway through, we can do an exhibition match.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm down. Best of 3.
Who all's in the tournament?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm looking to get sponsors first. And then I don't want to have to pay out of pocket for the whole thing, right?
You still get sponsors?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
Oh, yeah. No, they don't really give a shit. Nobody actually gives a shit about that stuff.
Oh,
like
okay,
any
great.
controversy, the thing is that I have 2 controversies a week.
Of
so
course.
It's like if there's ever a controversy that happens, it gets overruled by another controversy. So it never really matters.
Make a smaller one, less controversial next time.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, I'm gonna try to scale it down, 20% every time.
And just forever wins the exhibition match. I feel like we should get something.
Okay.
So what do you want to put up for grabs?
I will think about it. And
How about that Black Myth Wukong statue you have?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. I'll put up a sword.
Okay. Give me that really, really long sword that you have. Or is that too much?
I gave that to Will.
Will is a very lucky guy.
I know. It was his birthday, so I gave it to him. I'll find something cool.
Okay.
I also need to download the game because I never touched it.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to have to practice. I'm going to have to practice, bro.
Wait. So you're talking all this shit? You didn't even play the fucking game.
I fucking dropped that shit, bro.
My
It was
God.
so bad.
Okay.
All my homies are trying to get me back into it, too, and I'm like, hell nah.
But aren't some of these gacha games like very pay to win? Let's say the mobile ones.
The crazy thing about it is that you can be the most brain dead, dumb fuck idiot in the game, but if you can give it the game $1,000, you're a winner.
Yep.
They're completely fucking pay to win.
So that is why certain individuals that we know have spent a ton of money on these games.
Because they can't do it normally.
Yep. Now, I'm different because, I won the OTK Smite tournament. I won the OTK Valorant tournament. I won the Twitch Rivals Among Us, top 5 in Among Us in North America. I'm excluded. Lakari has something to prove.
But is it like you can buy cosmetics as well that is the most expensive?
Yeah.
Maybe.
But you can also just buy things that make your character do more damage.
You know what's insane?
What?
There's Honkai Star Rail, a new game that is just Honkai Star Rail, but it has PvP. I'm gonna wail out so hard, bro.
What's it called?
I actually, I wish I will tell you after. I have to find it, but it's coming out before the end of the year. And it actually looks really good. I think it's called like Re-Eminence or something. It looks amazing. I can't wait to play it.
That's stupid enough to sound like the name of a gacha.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend $10,000 on day one. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win the whole thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Gift more subs, boys.
I couldn't afford spending $1 on those games because it would not benefit me at all.
Yeah.
I would feel like that would be just, I could tear a $100 bill instead of buying any of those skins.
Oh yeah. You have a family, Knut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, as a streamer who streamed for what, 14 years, 10 years, 9 years?
It's like 8 or 9, right? I think.
Eight, maybe around there, 8, 9.
Your daughter Louisa has quite literally grown up on the internet.
Yeah, true.
How is that?
I feel like it's so normal today. Like everyone in her class has like their own Snapchat, their own Instagram, their own
TikTok channel with probably many followers.
Yeah.
So it's just 2024 from when she was born, from 2010 till now almost.
Yeah.
We was born in 2011, but I think every kid is online.
Yeah.
You see some parents, excuse me, but they seem a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
They're denying their kids to be online. And why I'm calling them crazy is because imagine a kid that has never had a phone, never been on any social media, haven't been guided in this world. And then suddenly they have everything. They're alone.
Yeah.
I think it's so much better to ease them into it from a younger age where you can control the use a little bit. You can tell them like how you should behave, how you should when you get a text from that old man, 54 years old, what do you respond? Or what do you do? Well, it's better to be there for those times.
Sadly, that's probably going to happen sooner or later. So
it's crazy how weird people are on the internet. You're totally right.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if I had a kid, I'd like, you want to make social media? Go ahead. Yeah, you're 7. Go ahead. See what happens.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can watch what they're doing, right? You can see what they're doing, and it's like, oh yeah, wow, you're looking at these like really weird YouTube videos. Yeah, we're going to church.
I think YouTube back in like 2009, 8 and stuff, when I was watching as a kid, I was also watching pretty unhinged stuff. Yeah. And I was chronically online on the PC during that time. It's just that I was on a PC, not on a phone. Yeah. So I don't really see the difference, honestly, that much.
I agree.
Whenever I was a little kid, like at like 10, 11 years old, I was getting on the internet. Like, because like that was whenever the internet was coming out, right? And like I was immediately on the internet, immediately making social media, immediately putting videos out.
Damn, old man.
Well, hey,
I was there on the creation of the internet.
Well, I'm just glad that like I'm not younger now, because I would have been canceled by the time I was 12 years old.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure, I can see that happening.
Oh, thanks.
Has Louisa ever gotten bullied due to her relation on the internet?
No. She's too strong.
No. Good.
But she hasn't told her friends here that her dad is streaming.
That's
and all
smart.
that. But all of them at home knows it. So it's like they're watching, coming in. Oh, my friend is watching stream, and she talks.
Yeah.
To them. But she wants to start her own stream when she's 13 on the mark.
Oh,
and
man.
that is in a little bit more than 2 months.
How do you think about that? What do you think about that?
No, 1.5 months.
And?
As long as she can keep up doing school, have friends, and those things, I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's whatever.
I won't go out into the world and do whatever you like.
Drop out of school and become a streamer at 13 years old. Yeah.
But as long as she can show that she can keep up with those things, I don't see any more harm in that than any other hobby. I can't.
Sure.
She has to do some physical stuff as well, like she's doing boxing now, down at our gym. So I think she should keep up with doing some of that as well.
So you said the word she has to do that.
So, no, she doesn't have to do boxing. But she has to do some. She can't just be like with mentioned earlier, lazy and fat and just be sitting there. Yeah. She can't just slide into that. You can keep up being lazy and not do any physical stuff when you're 13 because your body is so young and it can work. But when you get older and you haven't done anything, that will be an issue.
Yeah. Yeah. So are you very strict that she stays on like a certain diet?
No. She eats normal like everyone else. She can choose herself like every other 12-year-old. Yeah. This is dad's hobby. Being a bodybuilder is dad's hobby.
Yeah.
Well, that was the same, like, I think for a lot of us, like, whenever I was a kid, I was active like 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like, I was active 8 hours a day. I'd play video games for 8 hours a day, and I'd sleep for 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
That was the thing. And like now I feel like it was weird because whenever I took a break from streaming, when I took a break, I got fucking banned. Yeah. And so I was like doing things actively for like, 3-4 hours a day. I felt way better. Oh yeah. It was so much better. Absolutely.
So will you implement some of that now in your life now, you think? Will you have time?
100%. Like, I mean, because I usually, like, after I finish my stream, I will, if I don't just lay down in bed because I'm annoyed by something, which is usually actually kind of rare, I'll like go out and just like go for a walk for like maybe half hour, something like that, immediately. Yeah.
That is so much better than not doing any physical movements.
Absolutely.
I will say the easiest way to get to the gym and stay active, I don't know if you guys would agree with this, is that I make the gym a reward for myself. So I go with like one of my favorite people. Thankfully, I live in a house with 4 people who I consider my best friends. Yeah. And I'm just like, I'm gonna go to the gym with Laurent this day. I'm gonna go to the gym with Sophia this day. And then when I do cardio, we're either gonna play a game together on the cardio machines or we'll read manga together and then we'll go to the jacuzzi or something. It's nice. I mean, I'm going to the gym immediately right after this, which I have stayed on top of my exercises since Camp Canute.
Yeah.
So I'm down to like 238 now, which was my final weight at Camp Canute, but then I went back up to 241 because I was deficiting way too hard. Yeah. And now I'm back to a natural 238, which I feel really good about.
No, but I think it is good to make gym not only a habit, but see it the positive way, like you're doing now. You go to the gym because you feel like this is a positive thing. It's a reward.
For me after winning Top Streamer as well, me and Espen went straight to the gym because I just had this, I need some mental clarity, and I get that from lifting. Yeah. Just getting some blood flow around the body and stuff. I just feel so mentally, and my body just functions so good on it. That's why I also like to do it as well.
If you were to tell people one reason, both of y'all, why they should get into the gym, what would you say?
One specific reason.
Yep.
And we can just put health to the side.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think... let him answer first.
One reason why people should go to the gym.
You get more energy. The more you train, you get more energy. Yeah. It's like, it's exhausting there and then, but afterwards you're just gonna feel so clear-minded and good. Yeah. And you wake up like, I just love it.
No, I was the same way when I was doing it. Like I used to go out, like my reward was I would go out and I would cut down trees and all of the like everything in my backyard. I ran out of trees. I don't have any left. They're all gone.
Wood cutting now.
Say what?
You level up wood cutting.
I love it. Yeah, absolutely.
I think you can just the feel good you get from being at the gym is a good it's a reward.
So let's say people say, "Well, I don't feel good, Canute. I feel horrible when I go to the gym."
That's because you haven't been there enough. You have to be there for a little bit. The first days you don't get that feel good feeling.
Yeah.
Oh hell no, you don't.
I would also say the best program in the world, training program. It's a program that makes you actually go to the gym. Like you can have the most expensive, best trainer in the world. And I mean like for normal people, the best program in the world is the one you actually are motivated to do. Yeah. Do the exercises you like to do. But also, of course, you have to challenge yourself a bit.
Yeah.
But like do the exercises you like as long as they're also kind of efficient, of course. Like you have to choose between. But like if you only do exercises you hate, you're probably not gonna go to the gym.
Absolutely. Every chest day, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Every leg day, I'm like, well, this is gonna suck ass. Just because, like, dude, because I have so many goddamn stairs in my house, and then my legs become noodles, and I fall down the stairs, and I feel like an idiot. I will say, I do think it's also very important to find the right gym for each person, because the gym that I have that I go to, I will go even during my off days because I just like the feeling and the environment of it. The people there are very, very, very kind. But I mean, people have had very bad experiences in the gym, you know? They think that they're gonna go into the gym and people are gonna bully them, and they're gonna say, lol, you're fat, lol, you're weak, but it's really not like that the majority of the time.
Every time that I've been to the gym, like as a skinny guy, I've had guys reach out and be like, bro, like, so this is what I think you should do, like, and be only collaborative and only supportive. I feel like it's like if you're overweight or you're self-conscious, like that worry, like that's coming from in your head, right?
Yeah.
And it's like maybe you got made fun of as a kid, right, or something like that. But I've never even seen that happen in a gym.
No,
most gym.
Well, besides Jeff Nippard.
I mean, there's.
Did you see that?
Who's that?
What was this?
No, Jeff Nippard is like this YouTuber that is really into training science, like the science around training. He uses it in practice.
This just happened. It's a huge thing on the internet. I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
I know I haven't.
And he makes videos where he like explains what is the scientifically correct way of doing stuff.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of those like old school meatheads, dumbasses that are bodybuilders. Some of them are big, some of them
like bro science.
Bro science.
Yeah.
And they're like they're trying to shit on him for showing how it's done because we have done better for fucking 50 years. That type of idiot. And one of them attacked him in the gym.
What the fuck?
It is.
Oh my
And
God.
it's for the dumbest shit ever because he made a video shitting on Jeff Nippard. Jeff Nippard made a response video where he
Very
said,
kind.
Yeah, a very kind one. I'll explain. That I was about to explain. It was like, I also look at people that have been great results and take advice from them. He said, like, even it isn't like, but I'm trying to find for myself when I'm training, I'm trying to find out what is the most efficient way of doing it. I try to apply science to what I'm doing, and I have good results.
So he's trying to be diplomatic.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But he added in, like I said, but I also look at what people that have achieved great results are doing. I can look at those big guys that actually has been doing it for himself and listen to them as well, he added in. And this got him so mad that he physically attacked him.
Yeah, it was, he grabbed him by the throat, threw him to the ground, he got up, he throat chopped him again, and then he attacked his cameraman as well, just for being there. It was out of control, and also, Jeff Nippard is the man. I watch all of his videos. I think he's so fucking cool, so he's okay.
Yeah, I think, like, Jeff Nippard is always cool. Like, let's say you want to go to the gym and you want the best results. It's always nice. It's like if you have an in-game character, you want to see like what's the most efficient way of. Yeah, exactly.
I get it.
So it's obviously the most important thing is that you're consistently going to the gym and you're putting in effort when you're going to the gym.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's still going on. I mean, another video like 2 days ago got released, had like 1.3 million views. It's pretty big.
Damn.
Thoughts on steroids?
Ooh.
In general?
Yep. You think they're good? You think they're bad? How do you feel about them?
I think they are demonized too much.
Okay.
It is probably not everyone should do, but I think in sports it would be more fun to watch it for the consumer if they could just let them use as much as they want.
Have them looking like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Thoughts on steroids?
When it comes to like competing and stuff, I think sadly there's so many natural competitors that abuse that stuff. So I also agree that in sports you should just allow it because drug testing is so different in every single country in the world.
Yeah.
Some countries even have like the government actually gives the athletes drugs. Like, if you're very good, you need to use drugs to be on a team.
That's
insane.
Like,
but then you will be the best in the world, right?
And money in it, corruption, all that stuff. But me personally, I think everyone should be able to do that if you want to use it. But me personally, in my head, I've had my own goals naturally to, let's say, achieve, I don't know what that is in pounds, but a 400 kilogram deadlift naturally. And if I ever start using something, then that 400 kilo won't be as impressive because in my head, this is a very like personal answer for me only. That if I were to take something like this, all my goals that I've been working for now, I think like 10 years, or I've been working now for 11 years, then those goals would kind of be...
you can't achieve them.
No, like I want to achieve it naturally, and I think all my motives from like motivations are from before the drug era, like the ancient Hellenic, like Spartans and stuff has always inspired me since I was a kid. And I think they didn't have that kind of stuff available. So this is a very odd, probably a bit autistic answer, but it's very specific. But that is for me personally. But if
you also compete in a federation where this is strictly not allowed to do, which makes sense that you shouldn't do it in a federation, because you should be competing on the
even playing field.
Even playing field is an important thing in sports, because that is one of the most things you should set in sports.
Yeah, and I also think it's so cool when competitors have been taken, catched or whatever, for taking stuff, and I've been even stronger than them. That has like given me like, it's like, it kind of, in a natural, if you cheat in a natural federation, it's kind of like pay to win kind of in real life. But I gamify my workouts a lot, so it sounds very dumb. But
no, I
you're beating
100%
the
agree
whales,
with you.
you're beating the pay to win people.
Yeah, in a sense. But this is very specific for me only, and my view on it.
That would be massively flattering. It's like when you're playing League of Legends, someone says, "Oh, this guy's hacking," but they're not. They're just good. And it's like every single time you go to the gym, you're like, "Ooh, +1 strength." Plus one
leveling,
vitality.
getting XP.
Yeah,
no, I have that kind of view on it.
I gamify my workouts too. It's super fun. I've been doing that since. I mean, it's been very hard for me because I'm such a lazy piece of shit. But I try to find any way to make it non-miserable.
Yeah. That's why I personally also went into powerlifting and like numbers more than just the physical appearance, because I just really like the numbers adding up, like getting stronger, and I see a real proof that I am actually better in this exercise than I was before. With like the plates, you know.
Numbers go up.
How do you feel? How do you feel about this? My stance on steroids is, as long as you're honest and transparent about whether you're doing them or not, I don't care if you're doing them.
I 100% agree. I think you should be able to do whatever you want. And I also think very many people that have like done crazy stuff and he's on steroids and stuff, they've been taking a lot of other things as well, which is bad.
Yeah, I remember the Liver King leaks.
That one actually shocked me. I was one of the dumbasses who thought he was natural. I was like, damn. I need to eat liver, bro. That's just wild.
Can't you get iron poisoning if you eat that much liver?
I have no idea.
What about that, Knut?
I actually don't know how much iron
I could see why you'd think that. I don't know, though. Yeah, that would make sense, at least.
I have to weigh in a little bit more, because I don't think you should just release it and open. And when I said that I think it would be better for sport, I mean like high-level sport where people actually are anyway sacrificing everything to get best. I don't think you should just like, give every kid that wants it shouldn't be doing it, because they have to realize that it is side effects.
Yeah, doing steroids for Little League. Yeah, probably not a good idea.
No, and I don't mean even athlete, but just kids in general, because there are. I've been in the fitness community since I was young, right? And you see those kids that are coming in because they're insecure, they have like that way in, and maybe that wish to be better, think that, my life will be so much better if I just was a little bit stronger. And they have to realize that this isn't any miracle cure to get better self-confidence or anything. Like, how can I explain it? I don't think it's smart for everyone. At the same time.
Also, if you take hormones into your exogenous hormones into your body, that can also not only grow muscles, but it can also do things to your brain as well. And not everyone can handle that. For example, Knut is a super kind guy that could handle anything and is so strong-minded. He's not like, if he gets pissed off, he's able to like calm it down within 0.1 seconds, and it's like this kind giant, right? But some people don't have that power.
My dad used to have to take steroids because of his neck. Oh, he used to get so fucking pissed off. Mad, just out of nowhere.
Very many, because hormones play a big role on how you feel and stuff. Like just with, for example, girls on like menstrual cycle or something.
Period.
Period. And like how much hormones make you. Yeah, I'm articulating myself a bit.
No, I think like, you put something in your body, there's going to be an effect. Yeah, of course, right? And it's like, no, the only effect is not going to be that your muscles are going to get bigger.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
This is work. Like, it works on all the anabolic androgenic receptors, which you have not only in your muscles.
Yeah.
I've heard about that.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Attention Steak and Egg podcast enjoyers. Did you know we also have a Patreon? That's right, you can get even more Steak and Eggs goodness by heading over to patreon.com/steakandeggs. We've got a whole bunch of different tiers that all unlock extra bonus, super deluxe, supreme exclusive reward content. So you can go check it out to directly support our podcast. Here's a quick sample of what kind of goods you may be missing out on.
You know what's really been pissing me off lately? I just don't understand why in the fuck. And to be honest, I'd rather just fucking. To be honest, they disgusting. That's just my opinion, though.
Not to mention, if we have enough supporters, we may just start feeding Jay. I personally don't think that it's super important, because he may start getting lazy on the job. But I'm not 100% against it, or whatever. Jay, do you have anything to say to our potential Patreon members out there? Great, Jay. I think that was well said. So head on over to patreon.com/steakandeggs to support the podcast and get even more stuff.
Another question that a lot of people have been dying to know, and this is probably one of the final ones before we wrap this up. It's getting kind of late here. So during Camp Canute, we were all talking about getting our testosterone checked.
Yeah.
Why didn't we end up doing that?
Because
we had a clinic that was down to do it.
Yes, the issue was that when the old, I'm not sure how the structure was in this company, but the owner, he had like different points where they could go and take the blood works, and they all said no filming.
Yeah.
It was like absolutely no filming.
So why didn't we get our blood test and then just show the results on paper?
We could have done that.
Why
But
did
it was just, it didn't happen.
No member in particular was upset about it? Didn't want to do it?
Oh, God.
What?
Who was it?
No, I'm just wondering.
No one was.
No, nobody? All right.
No, I tried to make it happen, but it was a stop from them, and I didn't fight more for like, okay, I could have sent people around.
Yeah.
But it was.
Here, I'll just say it. We all know there was a member of Camp Canute doing a lot of steroids. E-Rob was juicing the whole time, man.
That's fucked up,
You know,
man.
it
Who
was
would do
obvious.
that?
Everybody to E-Rob was juicing it. I saw him do the needles. And yeah, I'm tired of hiding it, man. And it was pathetic.
Betrayed his whole community. That's messed up, man.
Yep.
And even with the pay to win, he couldn't win.
Shit.
Should we do one final question, or should we just wrap it up?
It's up to you.
Okay.
What do you got?
Well, first of all, Jay, do we have any YouTube comments? And out of curiosity, for the final question before we go to YouTube comments and we wrap it, weirdest gym experience you've ever had?
Being threatened by a knife.
What?
By
What
a guy
the fuck?
that had been like, so in this gym I was in Oslo, there was people like went on each other. They really hated each other after a while, and it broke out like a big fight.
What the fuck?
And by accident, I knew both parties in this fight. So I was seeing them as like, I had a friendly tone with everyone. It's like it was my close friends.
Yeah.
So I was like, I took distance, I let them do whatever they wanted, and one of them almost hit me with a bar by accident. Like, he didn't try to hit me.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, fuck this, I'm not taking a part of this, and just walked away. And there was no point of getting involved. And a little bit later, he came to the gym and had like guys with him behind him. And he was standing there with a knife, and like, if you go to the police, someone will hurt you.
Right.
Jesus.
And then he tried to get money out of me, and he said like, he wanted this money, and I said like, I don't have any money.
Actually yoinking.
And why would I go to the police? I haven't talked about this at all. Just don't worry. Just leave me alone. And I never saw anything again.
Yeah.
That's the
weirdest gym experience?
It's not that insanely weird, but I feel like probably a Finnish guy, Suomalainen, a guy from Finland. He started taking, not many people do this in Norway, but like he was very vocal about it. Started taking steroids like a month before he started working out because he thought that was clever or something. And he just had some pretty insane stories, but that guy, that was the first time I ever went to the gym as well. And it's the first person I got to know at the gym. And I was like 16 years old. So it was like pretty weird, weird experience. But he was like always trying. I managed to compete a lot with him in the sense that I was just this kid trying to get stronger than him. But it's not a very unique story, honestly. I think I've been pretty lucky with. I've been training mostly alone. Okay.
Did you meet the magician? He wasn't there for the magician, was he?
I've seen him.
No?
Yeah.
That was the weirdest shit I ever experienced. Was the magician?
There has been one more guy there afterwards.
No.
Yeah.
What does he do?
He came with his mother as well.
I remember hearing about this.
I have not heard about this.
The magician was the first one. There was the one you heard about.
It was the magician I heard about.
Yeah, you heard about. There came in another guy, but he didn't have any magical stuff. It was basically exactly the same like the magician, just without any magic.
Weird. That's weird as fuck.
But he was. What can I say? They looked at that family that came in last. Looked a little bit cleaner, more well dressed.
Yeah.
And he was clearly also a little bit special.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah. And the mother was more. He didn't stream like the magician, but he was just in there to say hello, and he was worked up, and this was so fun. So we just treated them and let them take some pictures. We talked a little bit to them, and
just give him what he wants, he'll leave. I get it.
No, but you also feel a little bit bad for people like that, right?
Yeah, it sucks, man. Yeah, imagine being in that position. Yeah.
I think almost anywhere you go, like if it's a group of people collected somewhere, if it's a school, gym, or whatever, there will always be some people that just are very, very special.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I have one final question. I think a lot of influencers, especially beauty influencers and fitness and gym influencers, experience this thing called body dysmorphia. When you look at yourself in the mirror, are you happy with what you see, or do you think, I could be bigger?
So I have, you know me a little bit. I'm very like, I don't have to live in this fantasy world where I think this or that. Like I know exactly how I look.
Yeah.
And I don't go for anything today I feel a little bit smaller, blah, 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 all that bullshit. No, I have nothing of that.
Okay, fuck yeah.
But I can see it in the way, like, if I compare myself to normal people, I know I'm way bigger and look like this looks insane compared to a normal person. But if my goal is to go step on stage and beat other people that also looks insane, then I know that, okay, I have to go into detail, I have to get this bigger, more shredded, all what comes with it, right?
You look at it intellectually rather than emotionally.
Yeah. That's what I try to do my best for. I always try to do. Because people who look this in an emotional way, they will fuck up their own mentality.
Absolutely.
That's just what happens with streaming.
What about yourself? Body dysmorphia, or are you pretty comfortable with who you are?
I think the first year of lifting, I got like, my body just changed so much. I was pretty skinny, and I like started eating way more than I've ever done, gained a lot of weight. Then I started I looked very like good in my own opinion, at least looking back. But then I just had this weird fixation of what I wanted to look like. And during that time, I was playing Dota 2 all the time as well, so I wanted to look like Night Stalker. He had like big traps and stuff. It's very dumb. But so I actually didn't train triceps because I only trained biceps because he had bad triceps and good biceps. That's so dumb.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, but after I think after a while, now I just don't care. Now I just walk around. I think that was just the first year, and then I stopped caring about how I looked that much. I just care about how I feel at the gym, and so it's been since then. I feel like.
Oh yeah. Are you ready to get glazed?
What's that mean?
We're gonna read some YouTube comments about you.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Star Real, by the way, says, "Yay, good job, Arav. All the clats from Norway are proud of you."
There it is.
Brianna Ramirez 26 says, "Garden clats, one true clat." And Juanma 2368 says, "Rigged. That money is 100% going to Canute."
Oh, that is true. That is big true. Oh, that is rigged.
Let's see, Emmy, you want to read one?
Yeah. Hanabification says, "R.I.P. to the one getting Asmon's old shirt from Goodwill."
What the fuck? What do you mean?
Oh, man. And
my shirt's fine.
Samuel Moe says, don't let this break make you forget Tectone thought World War II was in the 1800s. How many months has it been and they haven't let it go? It's so funny.
It's every top comment.
That was crazy.
And you know what's crazy? It still pisses me off every time.
When did it start?
1939. But apparently, get this. I went to the gym, I found a history major. And apparently, it's argued that it actually started in 1931. Some guy was telling me that in 1931, there are some people who argue that Japan started World War II in 1931. I thought it was interesting, but I kind of tuned him out.
That's still not in the 1800s.
Yeah.
But
But it was closer.
That's what you were trying to say originally.
It was closer.
Yeah.
Stellar M16 says, we are so back.
We are.
We're back.
Well, boys, that was episode 75. There are 5 episodes left. If you enjoyed this, feel free to check out our Patreon, which is linked in the description. We're doing another episode with these two right here. It's going to be great. And remember, 20,000 likes on this video, and we're getting Asmund in the gym.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Click the like button.
Don't laugh. You're going too.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Well, I've been at least before.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's the only one that is really going to suffer because I feel confident we can push so hard that he's on the breaking point.
Yeah.
We have to go easier on you. Like you will just be like, okay,
I'll survive. I'll survive. Don't worry about it. Yep.
And no, but
I think he's deceptively athletic. If you see him use a sword, he's pretty damn strong. Oh, also, shout out your Twitch channel.
Yeah.
Oh, Arav, Twitch. Knut, what type of content do I actually do?
You do IRL content where you put yourself into all kinds of situations.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're in a garden, sometimes you're on the mountain, sometimes you're on the
Dolomites of Italy.
It can be
in a dumpster.
And a dumpster. Yeah, I do everything, and that's what I aspire to continue doing.
Hell yeah.
Whatever, I'm open for just about anything, and I have a lot of energy, and will try to spread positivity.
Great.
Knut?
Yeah.
My channel on Twitch is just Knut, and it's Knut spilled on everything else because Knut was taken on every other platform.
We'll make sure to have somebody write that out.
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't know what that means.
No, it's just the first part of my last name.
Spilled?
S-P-I-L-D.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah. Well, thank y'all so much for watching.
Yep. Thank you guys very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
So how are the women in Norway?
Compared to what?
Compared to here? Compared to an American woman compared to a Norwegian woman?
So the impression you get by hearing people speak is that people in America, who's women as well, are more materialistic.
Yeah.
There's like more, I got to find someone to provide for me, someone to this, someone.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure how much is reality or the internet. It's a little bit hard to differentiate them because I'm not here to get any woman.